This is Viewfinder TV, where service meets leadership, books meet bold ideas, and the community meets the camera. We're Grandview students telling Grandview stories, and it all starts right now.
Hello, and welcome to Viewfinder TV. I am Grace Richardson.
And I'm Nora Nosekabel. Today's episode includes inspiration, community, and the highlight of Service Week at Grandview University.
First and foremost, Grandview students went out of their way to donate their time for service during Grandview University's Service Week that occurred January 19th through the 23rd.
Students packed meals with GVU faculty and staff members, making this service project a community affair.
Service Week was filled with plenty of opportunities to provide value to others. Isabella Martens shares how the entire GVU campus created positive experiences packaging meals with meals from the Heartland and coming together as a community to make a difference.
According to worldhunger.org, in 2010, there were 925 million people affected by world hunger. On January 21st, Meals from the Heartland partnered with Grandview University to help diminish this issue. Senior Hunger Fight Manager Georgie Filbert helped lead students and staff through their day of volunteering.
Yeah, great question. Meals from the Heartland is a faith-based nonprofit. We're a hunger relief organization based right here in Des Moines. We were born back in 2008, and since that time we've packaged over 270 million meals that we've sent to over 45 countries all over the world, and we distribute meals right here in Iowa as well.
Hundreds of students spent time packaging meals for people in need. All day, new groups of students volunteered their time for a cause they believe in.
Yeah, so after today, Grandview will be well over the 500,000 meal mark just at this school alone, which is pretty incredible. They've been packaging meals for quite some time now. Today we're going to pack 35,000 meals right around there, and that's the equivalent of feeding roughly 135 kids for an entire year.
Some students volunteered for the first time, while others have done this before. Junior Lainey Sinclair packaged meals growing up with her family.
I think it's so important to help feed kids that are unable to get these foods, and by just doing this for an hour that we're able to feed 135 kids for a whole year.
Filbert stated last year they packaged over 20 million meals with about 50 to 60,000 volunteers and distributed 2 million of them in Iowa.
But we're a private nonprofit. We don't take any state or government funding. It's all through private donations, and so that gives us the freedom to partner with a lot of people and then distribute our meals where they're needed most all over the world.
Filbert explained volunteers can sign up through the website. There are 9 different shifts available throughout the week.
Equally with funding, we're always looking for volunteers. We need people.
Could not have said it better myself. We need volunteers.
And Grandview University gave Meals from the Heartland volunteers.
More importantly, GVU students who volunteered fed one kid for a whole year. Insane.
We need more service in this world. Fortunately, one of GVU's very own professors, Dr. Alec Zama, wrote a book about leadership and serving others.
The book is called The Student Leadership Journey, a guide for students who aspire to become legacy leaders. And yes, friends, it is available to purchase in our very own Grandview bookstore and on Amazon.
This dialogue and student-focused book shares details about how life is a journey and how leadership means more than just the self.
Let's dive deeper into this book and GVU professor.
Every leader starts somewhere. For Dr. Alec Zama, it began with the simple desire to help people and understand their needs.
That's the most important to be for leadership. Don't do what you think they need. You have to really understand what they need.
In Dr. Zama's book, The Student Leadership Journey, he writes about how a book and a nonprofit grew from one simple idea. Leadership starts with you, but it's not about you.
I have that saying that leadership starts with you, but it's not about you. Don't try to be the best, but try to do your best.
In this interview, he shares the moments that shaped his philosophy, the story behind the student leadership journey, and the lessons he hopes every student carries forward.
I think all of us are on different journeys in our life, whether it's spiritual journey, whether it's educational journey, whether it's a professional journey, and all journeys have ups and downs. And in my research on leadership, I found out the leadership as a profession, if I would say, it's also like a journey. People who engage in leadership, they have ups and downs, successes and disappointments. Sometimes they have to be inspired themselves. Sometimes they have to be encouraged. Sometimes they have to celebrate successes with others. And that's why I use journey as a metaphor for the book.
Dr. Zama encourages leaders to know their why and reflect on their motives and desires to be a leader.
From a leadership perspective, when I think about servant leadership, it's important to do, but you have to know why. Why are you doing? Are you doing it to make you feel good? Yeah, and say, yeah, I did it myself. So I think that's servant leadership. It's core of the servant leadership to understand why. We want to serve, but why? Are you doing it to make you feel good? If that's the case, I think you should really, or whoever wants to do servant leadership should question their motives.
Dr. Zama encourages those who want to be a servant leader to get involved and start somewhere. Being a leader is a journey, and we all have to take a first step.
Try to become involved. Find a cause. Find something that you're passionate about. If you don't know, talk to your roommates, talk to your teammates. What are they doing? How can you make a difference? Because in the end, life is not about us. And leadership, it's not about us. Leadership, it's not about the leader. Leadership starts with the leader.
If you're interested in how you can become a better servant leader like Dr. Zama, check out his book, The Student Leadership Journey. You can get a copy at the bookstore or order it online.
The message behind the book is so meaningful.
Yes, it is. What stood out to me about it was that leadership starts with you, but it's never about you.
That is deep, girl. Speaking of leadership, Grandview student leadership applications close at the end of January. So step up, be that leader, and apply.
Next up, we look into our community of Des Moines.
One shop is doing its personal best to make a difference in the community.
With one leather wallet at a time.
Let's follow Meadow, Losse and her crew to their Discover Des Moines journey at Fontenelle Supply Co.
According to the EPA, Americans throw away more than 11 million tons of textiles every year. In the Des Moines East Village, one store is fighting back, helping you make your leather goods last longer.
Hello, I'm Meadow, Losse. We are outside of Fontenelle Supply Co. in Des Moines, Iowa. Here they make leather goods, menswear, and have gifts that you can give to your loved ones. Today we are going to meet the people behind this shop and see how the craftsmen make these products. Let's go.
Fontenelle repairs and makes shoes, wallets, belts, bags, and more.
My favorite things to do are things that are challenging and keep it interesting, and maybe I learn something new or a new technique. It's always really fun.
That's Adam Tweedy, the co-owner of Fontenelle Supply Co., which opened in 2016. They also sell candles, soap, shampoo, and other household goods. Lots of it is made in-house.
I always say our ace up the sleeve is the fact that we make stuff here.
Customers come to Fontenelle to have personal items repaired, but Fontenelle can also transform leather goods into something new.
You've got an old family heirloom, say grandpa's old baseball glove or something, and they want to turn it into a wallet for the grandson who's just getting into Little League or something like that. I love that whole sort of full life cycle of a product. Even if you don't buy something, I just want you to walk away thinking, oh man, that place was cool.
This holiday, instead of throwing out worn-out stuff, customers could have it remade right in the East Village.
Every day is sort of a new adventure and kind of can take any path I want. The second I open that door, I have no idea what's going to happen the rest of the day. So.
On Martin Luther King Day, GVU's MLK keynote speaker had quite a bit to say about empowerment.
That's right. The inspiration and wisdom that Kittie Weston-Knauer brought filled the entire room. Let's see what our very own Karoline Ortiz has captured from this captivating speech.
Hey everybody, I'm Karoline Ortiz, and today we're at Grandview University for the 2026 MLK keynote. We'll hear from educator and community leader Kittie Weston and sit down with her afterwards and hear more about her story.
Kittie Weston-Knauer came to Grandview on MLK Day and inspired students to never give up and to not let other people put them down by sharing her life story.
The toughest thing is getting people to understand I am more than capable. And don't think the product, the end product, is not going to be what you expected, because it's going to be far superior.
Weston-Knauer understands this very well. She is a community leader, a retired local school principal, and is currently holding the title of oldest active BMX racer in the country.
For young people today is you need to be able and willing to step out. Take that chance. Now, everything I've done has not been perfect, but at least I learned from whatever it may have been, because, you know, life comes full circle all the time, and you're going to meet whatever that challenge is. Do not allow fear to stand in the way of your growth. Do not allow fear to keep you from elevating others.
From years of experience, she said this is the advice she would give to the younger generation.
I learned to believe in myself. I didn't have a choice. There were 7 of us kids, and Mom and Dad couldn't always be there to support or help or answer the question. Become a problem solver. And at this age, I'm still solving problems.
She wants Grandview students to remember
the lessons that I wished I had learned earlier in my career was to be able to laugh at myself. When you can laugh at yourself, then you will not take stuff so seriously that you don't see the joy in whatever it is you're doing.
After Weston-Knauer's presentation, a Grandview student had this to say about her speech.
I was amazed at everything that she went through and how resilient she was. So I love the talk and hearing about her life. My main takeaways are to get involved in community outside of the school that I'm going to never be scared to speak up and to live my life, and that I don't always have to ask for permission.
Her message leaves students with a reminder that Dr. King's legacy lives on through service and perseverance.
That was absolutely beautiful.
I couldn't agree more.
The way Karoline captured what MLK Day stands for and Weston-Knauer's inspiration makes me want to jump off the couch and do something today.
Absolutely. Weston-Knauer was perfect for the start of Service Week. She also shared a quote from MLK. Life's most persistent question is, what are you doing for others?
That quote guides a perfect reflection of what Service Week at Grandview University is all about.
And for our viewers, I would like to know or have you reflect on what you are doing for others.
That is a great reflection to share. Feel free to share in our comments below.
And along with that, this show is a wrap. Thank you for sticking along throughout our highlights of Service Week, empowerment, and community.
If you would like to see more, feel free to check out our last episode. For future episodes, follow us on YouTube at Viewfinder Media and all other socials.
This is it for Viewfinder TV. I'm Grace Richardson.
And I'm Nora Nosekabel with Viewfinder Media.